Hello, YouTube. It is Scar. Man, that was cringe, bro. Anyways, hey guys, it's Scar here. As you can tell, I'm still a little bit sick, but I'm actually not feeling that bad today. But I wanted to go over my second game that I played in Elo Legends, and it's going to be here. It's going to be with a player named Road. I believe we're both around like gold Elo. Give or take. I think he's actually a higher Elo than I am at this point. And it's French against English. To add a little bit more context to this isn't the pit, this is custom. We did have a pick and ban phase for this game. So for games 2 and 4 of the 4 games that we had to play, we had a pick and ban phase. And so, I pick I pick China, I pick English. I think he picks English and French. So I banned out his English. I think he picked HRE French. I'd have to go back and see if I remember that. It was one of those two civs, so I banned one of his, he bans one of mine. It ends up being that it's my English against his French. And that is the game you're going to witness today. It's 23 minutes long. So, not a long game. Spoilers, I do lose this game as well. Yeah, it sucks to say. I'm not really well versed in English as much. You can see here I'm like struggling a little bit. I want to make sure my villagers are getting food first. I don't really know a build order for English either. So I'm kind of just, all I know is at some point I have to add a mill here, and build my farms. So, you're probably wondering, okay, well, Scar, why did you pick the English then? I didn't really feel comfortable in a pick ban situation picking another civilization. Mostly because I kind of like feel somewhat okay on the English, if that makes sense. So I think I'm doing a standard here. How many do I have here? I have 8 on food, and I think I'm gonna send 2 to gold. No, I haven't. Yeah, okay, so now it's rallied. So I'm gonna do 2 gold, 8 on food. I think that's standard for English. Mind you, I don't know. I will need to go back and see. I also think my scout pattern for this game in particular wasn't the best. I think I went how do you hide this UI? I think I like scout up here, and then I immediately should probably start scouting the enemy because I have no intel on him. I mean, obviously we're in the pit, right? So he's going to be in front of me, right? There's no doubt about it. He's going to be right here. Let me go back to where I can find the cinematic mode. But yeah, like he's going to be over here. Like there's no doubt about it, right? But I think I pretty much want to actually go over and scout this side for some reason. I think, yeah, okay, so I do make the choice of scouting down here, mostly because I think I am. No, what am I doing? What am I doing? Huh, okay. Well, I guess I'm just going for a quick age up, and I think that's why I had 8 on food and 3 on gold. He's got 9 on food and 4 on gold. I start getting some wood because I want to spam out bowman. Not really the right play, I think, here. I think the right play here is spearman first. So I probably could have made like a barracks just right here, right next to the council hall. And you can see his age up isn't really that far behind mine. So he's definitely going with, what is it, the Hassel Cavalry. Kind of like the standard. Still have 7 on food. Got 3 hammering or gay. I took 1 from here. I think this is all standard. I'd have to go back and read the build order. But I'm not too familiar, so I'll just kind of skip ahead a little bit here because it's just standard play. Like I scout out his house of cavalry. He starts attacking my gold. It doesn't really matter. He's on a scout, right? So that's not gonna do a lot of damage. And I'm trying to not panic to this. It's not that big of a deal. And I think he actually started tapping away with more villagers, so that kind of was a little damper. And I think my transitions to farms were a bit early here. I think I get pop capped soon. And here's that mistake that I kind of make all the time, where I stop producing villagers. And I did a smart thing here, actually, believe it or not. Move my villagers closer to my town center, so that if the event anything occurs, you know. But at this point, I lose track of what I'm doing. Like I'm making archers. I'm not really scouting. As you can see, my scout is kind of here. And if we look at him, he's got a scout just sitting here peeking. You know, the first knight's already out. He doesn't have another one in queue at this point. But he just scout out my scout, but I think I still lack. And he got a crap ton of. Did he go double scout? He did go double scout. Interesting. So he went double scout against me. But as you can see, he already has that knight coming up here. I have no towers. I don't even have walls either, so he just goes straight to my. And this is where I'm like, oh shit, what am I doing, right? So he's already stalling my economy. He gets 2 villager kills here. That's pretty big. That's pretty huge. I definitely wasn't playing this smart, and I think his second knight's already on the way. So, yeah, he's, you know, I still don't know what I am doing with my scout. I still have this whole area unscouted. You know, I don't have a barracks down. I'm not even gathering gold right now. How do I, you know, what are my options here? Okay, fine, finally, I get a barracks down, right? But I think it might be a little bit too late at this point. He already has a lot of control on the map. You know, if he even literally just attacks this villager here, 3 villager kills there, almost a 4th one. If he kills this, my barracks is gone. The fact that I only pulled 1 villager to the barracks is a little bit impressive. I don't know what I was thinking here. I think he probably has a 3rd knight on the way. Yep. So at this point, I'm like, well, this is the English special, right? I should have known better. I'm printing 2 spearmen, but that's not gonna stop him. I think he picks up a 4th, and that's it. Okay, my spearman comes out. I don't think these are upgraded knights. Oh, he got the damage upgrade. Interesting. So not opting to go for the range. So I think he probably has another knight on the way. No scout. He's pretty much paralyzed my gold economy. He knows I have no gold right now. He knows I have no gold right now, and he has another scout over here, I think. So he has a very, very good idea of what I'm doing, and I think sorry about that. I think this is a good smart play that I did here. I'm clearing out. I'm slapping a spearman on this side so that I can start gathering gold because I don't have gold. He's smart. He sends his scout out. I don't really know where his units are, right? I'm very much in the dark because I'm not utilizing my scout. Not utilizing my scout here. You know, if I would have just sent the scout over here, hey, you know, go check this area out. But I don't, right? So what am I doing? I'm making spearmen. Pretty typical. So what his response to this is, it has to be archers most likely. And if we go over, he probably, yep, 2 archery ranges in response to that. So he's playing the super standard. I know my longbowmen can beat his archers though. There's no doubt about it. This is really stupid of me here. moving my spears, even though I know there's like a really deep threat of the knights coming up, and I'm 100% sure he's getting upgrades here. I don't have a blacksmith down already. Probably could have taken someone from here, you know, slapped one down already at this point. And this is where he begins the harassment again. He kills a lot of my villagers. I think 2 are down already. I don't know what I was doing over here. I think I saw the archers and I decided to kill them. Very, very much getting pulled into different positions. 3 villagers dead here for me. Killed 2 of his knights. I mean, that's huge, right? But he's just killing villagers. I think at this point I've lost 6 or 7 villagers. And he's doing the smart thing, I believe. I think he is starting to push up more knights. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, he's just spamming out units. He wants to play this out in fuel, which makes sense. I should pull these to the back. You know, a little bit too late though. He's kind of just killing all of my villagers here. I'm doing such a bad job at microing here because he's just tearing me apart. So what do I think I could have done better? Maybe double barracks here to respond to this aggression. Double barracks, spam out archers, and try to start applying some pressure on him, right? So like if I just start, you know, he knows that I have the advantage in archers right now. So I can simply like start pushing up or something, right? If I can cut off his archer supply from coming back, I think I can do something more, right? Because I have 9 to his 6, and he only has 1 knight right here. I think here I should have just pushed out. What did I do? I stayed in my base. I didn't create another barracks either, at least to where, hey, you know, if I can't beat you, I can at least match you in army. And no textile upgrade. So my villagers are squishy. As you can see, I still haven't literally scouted anything out. I think at this point, this would have been a good idea for me to go over and see, like, what's he doing. You know, I spot this tower out. Maybe a little bit of a bait. Maybe not. You know, he's double producing horses. I still have numbers advantage here, though. 10? No, 10 versus 10. I don't know where the rest of his archers are, actually. Let's see. He's got 2 just here, so that's definitely... And he's got 2 over here, so that's 4. So there's only 6 here. But what am I doing? I'm pushing out because I want to kill that person. What I don't know, what I don't see is the knights, right? My scout, I'm playing too passively with my scout, I think. He's not really doing anything for me, right? I massed like an army. Why don't I just wall right now, right? I do wall eventually, but like what am I doing? I let him have control of the map. He's got full control here. I don't know if he would have just pushed up to my base like that, you know? Which I think he might have. Yeah, he sent out 2 knights. I think those are his only. No, he's got 5. Yeah, he's kind of just controlling the pace right now. He stopped my food econ right here. I'm still getting a lot of gold. I have a lot of gold right now. You know, this would have been a perfect chance to put down a second farm too. Honestly, I think at this point I should be at 2 farms. It's 13 minutes into the game, and I have enough wood to put down 2 farms. That would have significantly helped, as well as putting down another production and maybe looking to start making men-at-arms. Men-at-arms, they're not going to do really well against knights, but they're going to be really good against archers. And I think if I mix in archer, no. It might have needed to be a mix of spearmen and men-at-arms here with archers, because remember, he still has those two archery rangers just rallied straight to the front, right? He's got 2 stables, and he's got a lot of people on gold, right? But yeah, you know, I start coming out with the walls, but it's one of those things where I'm like, you know, I have a lot of wood and I have a lot of gold. Maybe, you know, it doesn't really make sense here to keep gathering gold, right? Right here, honestly, slap down another come slap down another farm and start getting farm income because I need food, because it really looks like he wants to fight in this age, and I think he did. But when he realized that he couldn't really kill me, he went to age 3, and I think at that point that's when I said GG, right? So, you know, why am I still gathering gold when I'm already over how much gold I need to get to the 3rd age? But I am definitely lackluster on food and sort of wood. Not really. There's still a surplus here. No production units, no production buildings. So, you know, mistake number 2 there. Where are my production units? You know, or my production buildings? Sorry, I called them units. I don't know why I did that. But at this point, he's. I mean, I think he's committing to try and kill me here. But I do think I have the advantage with my longbowmen. I think he's got some. No, he's moving them up barely. I thought he had them over here on this side already, and I think I spotted this, and I'm like, oh, I need to kill this, right? So I think I'd finally decide to make a farm, but a little bit too late. He takes another villager out. So I see, yeah, he's got a lot of archers. They have armor and damage. I think mine have no upgrades. Right, because there's no blacksmith yet. What is it? 15 minutes in, I don't have a blacksmith. Not that big of a deal, but I really should be looking for those upgrades, right? And I really should be getting these walls finished. Because if I can stop him from getting into my base, I can at least, like, spam out a lot of troops. But yeah, here we go. We still have that problem. I have a lot of gold, but nothing really to spend it on besides men-at-arms. Which wouldn't be bad. I think I finally opt to get a blacksmith. This is 16 minutes in. I don't think it should be this late, right? So this is a little bit of a lull. I don't think there's a lot of action here. You know, I spot out his knights here and there. I start making an army. I start making a tower so I can see, like, what's going on. I don't really need the tower. I stopped making troops. I am making villagers. They are rallied to wood, but I still have a lot of gold here. I'm getting upgrades, right? Damage and defense, but he started aging up, so he's going 3rd age here, and I don't have food. I could have aged up a long time ago, but I started getting upgrades. The wall maybe getting finished up here. He didn't have anybody there, so honestly I should have just made the wall sooner. Where is my scout in all this? I think it's dead. I think it's dead. But remember, he is aging up here. He is going to the 3rd age. So he hits castle, and I am panicking. I'm like, I need more food. I need more people on food. Still have people on gold. It would have even helped if I went on stone even, I think. But yeah, so here we are. In terms of military, I do have a sort of advantage. But that's just because I don't even have enough food to age up here. I think what I could have done is I could have left 5, or I could have left 4 here. And I could have brought back the rest of them, because I know he's gonna push in with knights. Granted, these are 3rd age knights, right? My spearmen don't win these trades anymore, I think. So we're a little bit in trouble, lads, at this point. No double barracks, even though we have a lot of wood here. We have a lot of wood here. My army gets wiped. That is the power of age 3. But yeah, so my army gets wiped, he starts getting them by backline, and I think at this point, this game's GG. Actually, I think it's been GG for a while, right? So, he's wiping the floor with me here, man. His are level 3 archers, I'm still on level 2. My food economy is still okay, sort of. But he's killed so many of my villagers. At this point, I have 18 villagers left, and I'm getting an upgrade. And that's GG. So what can we say about that game, right? So obviously, I was on par with him in terms of the villager count, but I fell into that pit trap. So lesson number 1 that I need to work on is villager, 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 right? I stopped producing villagers, he took off, right? So every time he killed a villager, it was actually hurting me more than what I thought. In terms of military, I don't really think there was a point where this was relevant, where even if I had more military, because after the 17-minute mark, you know, he had H3, he started getting his H3 upgrades, and at that point, my units just aren't as strong enough to compete, right? Economic-wise, I mean, we know what happened, right? Statistics-wise, he had better economy, had better technology. So yeah, I think like overall he played it pretty standardly, and he played it pretty much like how he should have on paper, right? Harass my gold. He harassed my gold, right? What could I have done there? Early barracks, maybe a few spearmen protecting my gold, because that'll dissuade him, because he doesn't want to lose knights, right? So lesson number 2 is balance my economy better. As you guys saw, at some point I had like gold for some reason. Like why did I have so much gold when I never had more food? I mean, I had more food than him here, but that's because he's probably spamming out troops to kill me, right? That's wood. Food. I never had more food than him. I'm the English though. Like my farms are the most efficient wood, right? So just overall, some of the lessons for this: make spearmen early against the French. Make sure to tower up my gold, right? Don't let them harass my gold for free. Try to take out a knight. Number 2 would be balancing out my economies. And number 3, I think when I did that swing, I think it was time for me to go on the offensive. I kind of just played in my base and I let him do whatever he wanted. And I think that would have changed if I was in his base, right? So overall, really good player. Game 2, as you guys know, obviously a loss. But I think you guys are going to like Game 3. I think Game 3 was a pretty good game. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys for Game 3.